The odds were built to break you, but they didn't, and now they fear what you've become. The whispers of doubt, the judgments, the statistics, they're all telling you the same thing. You can't win. But let me tell you something powerful. Odds don't define outcomes. You do. Life isn't fair. That's a hard truth most people don't want to face. Some of us are born into privilege. Others are born into adversity so deep it feels like we're digging ourselves out of a hole every single day. And then there's the noise. Voices around you telling you what you can't do. The people who doubt your potential. The rejections that sting so deeply they echo in your head for years. For some, these odds become a wall they can't climb. They stop trying, and their dreams fade into the background like a distant memory. But for a rare few, that wall becomes something else. It becomes a challenge, a dare, an invitation to rise. Which one will you be? I know what you're thinking. This isn't just some motivational speech. This is real life. Maybe you've faced failure after failure and you're tired. Maybe you've been working so hard, but every time you take one step forward, something pushes you 2 steps back. Maybe the people closest to you, the ones you thought would cheer you on, are the same ones who tell you to give up. I get it. It's frustrating. It's painful. Sometimes it feels downright impossible. But I'm here to remind you, every great success story started exactly where you are now, in the midst of struggle. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck or talent. It's the decision to keep going when the odds are screaming at them to stop. Think about this. Odds are just numbers. They're probabilities based on patterns, history, and expectations. They measure what's likely, not what's possible. But here's the kicker. What's possible isn't determined by numbers. It's determined by mindset. The world loves to categorize people. It loves to say, you're a 1 in 100 chance, or you're unlikely to make it. But those categories, they're meaningless to someone who refuses to fit into them. Every time someone tells you, you can't, they're really just projecting their own limits onto you. And then, when you look at those odds, I want you to do something radical. Don't see them as barriers. See them as opportunities. Because here's the thing about defying the odds. The harder it is, the greater the victory. Here's a truth that most people don't want to hear. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to show up at your door with a map to success or a guidebook on how to win at life. And that might sound harsh, but it's not a reason to despair. It's liberating. Why? Because it means the power to change your life is entirely in your hands. This is the moment where most people falter. They look at the odds, they look at their circumstances, and they let fear take over. They wait for someone to give them permission to start, to validate their worth, to tell them it's possible. But here's the catch. That permission may never come. And that's okay because you don't need it. What you need is the realization that every setback, every challenge, every doubter is fuel. It's fuel for the fire that's already burning inside you. A fire that says, I'm not done yet. Think about this for a moment. Everything you've been through up until now has prepared you for this exact moment. The pain, the failures, the lessons, they weren't for nothing. They were training. Training to make you stronger, tougher, and more determined than ever. The moment you understand this, something shifts. The odds don't intimidate you anymore. They challenge you. They excite you. Because now, you're not playing the game by the rules everyone else follows. You're rewriting the rules, crafting your own path, and proving that possibility isn't dictated by probability. Now that you've accepted the odds are just numbers, it's time to use them to your advantage. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Adversity isn't your enemy. It's your greatest weapon. Every obstacle, every failure, every person who told you you can't is fuel. Take a moment to think about this. Without struggle, there's no growth. Without pain, there's no progress. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are you. When life throws its worst at you, don't shy away. Lean in. Use it to sharpen your focus, to build your strength, and to ignite a fire inside you so intense that nothing, not even the odds, can extinguish it. The first step to creating your destiny is understanding that your mind is your most powerful tool. You need to believe, without a shred of doubt, that you are capable of greatness, even if no one else sees it yet. Here's the truth. Your mind will always try to protect you from risk, from failure, from discomfort. But greatness doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pushing past the limits your mind tries to impose. Train yourself to think differently. Instead of saying, "I can't," ask, "How can I?" Remember this. The most successful people in the world weren't born exceptional. They became exceptional by believing in their ability to rise above the odds, no matter what stood in their way. Once your mindset is in the right place, the next step is action. Relentless, consistent action. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be monumental. What matters is that you start. Break your goals down into small, manageable steps. Celebrate progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, is a step closer to defying the odds. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. Start where you are, with what you have. Momentum is built by taking the first step, and then the next, over and over again, until it becomes second nature. Here's a secret. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every time you fail, you're learning something invaluable. You're learning what doesn't work, what needs to be improved, and how far you're willing to go to achieve your dreams. Instead of fearing failure, welcome it. Let it teach you, shape you, and make you stronger. Remember, failure only wins if you let it stop you. Keep going, no matter how many times you fall, because every time you rise, you're one step closer to victory. Life will test you. It will throw challenges at you that seem impossible to overcome. This is where resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep moving forward, even when everything around you is falling apart. How do you build resilience? Start by embracing discomfort. Seek out challenges that push you beyond your limits. Train your mind and body to thrive in the chaos. The more you expose yourself to difficulty, the stronger you'll become. Another key to resilience is finding your why. What drives you? What's the reason you're willing to fight, to struggle, to keep going? When you have a clear sense of purpose, nothing can stop you. The world is full of distractions, opinions, doubts, criticism. If you let those voices into your head, they'll drown out your own. To create your destiny, you need to silence the noise. Stop seeking validation from others. Stop comparing yourself to people who are on a different path. Focus on your journey and your goals. When you let go of the need for approval, you'll discover a new level of freedom and clarity. Now, let's talk about the moment that changes everything. The moment you realize that you are enough. You don't need permission, approval, or validation to chase your dreams. Everything you need is already within you. Picture this. The odds are stacked high. The challenges are piling up, and yet you keep moving forward. Step by step, you're rewriting the story. You're proving that the odds don't define you. You define you. That's the beauty of creating your destiny. It's yours. No one else can take it away from you, and no one else can make it happen for you. The path to greatness isn't easy, and it's not meant to be. The struggle, the pain, the setbacks, they're all part of the journey. But here's the thing. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Every step you take toward defying the odds brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. And that person, they're unstoppable. If you're ready to rise above the odds, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs it. Your destiny is waiting. It's time to claim it. You've made it this far, and that says something about you. You're not here to settle. You're here to rise. Don't let this moment slip away. Take action now. Hit that like button to show the world you're ready to defy the odds. Subscribe and join a community of warriors just like you, rewriting their destiny every single day. And share this video with someone who needs to hear this, because together, we can prove that no odds are too great to overcome. Your journey starts now.